Okay, we're doing Read to Reconstruct, Raccoon on His Own. I brought back my book today about the little raccoon. I remember the book is called Raccoon on His Own because I see the title on the front cover. It was written by Jim Arnosky. He's the one who wrote the story. Yeah, I remember the raccoon was in this little boat and he was floating away from his family. Do you remember how that happened? We're going to have to read to see if we remember. In the dark swamp, a new day dawned, like a sleepy eye opening slowly. And here is that wooden boat from the front cover, and it's nudged in some mud. So this boat isn't floating away, and I don't see a raccoon in it. How does he get in the boat? Oh yeah, I think I remember his family was coming to look for some food near the boat, right? What are they looking for? Yeah, here. A mother raccoon with her young came to dig and search for food. They're looking for crawfish. Do you remember they're the little tiny animals that look kind of like lobsters? And where are they going to go looking for them? Where are they going to find the crawfish? Yeah, they're in the mud. So they're going to have to dig to get them out, right? But what happens when they start digging? Yeah, it's going to loosen up the mud around the boat so that it won't be stuck there anymore and it can float away. So here, you're right. Here the mom raccoon is eating some crawfish. And I see these two raccoons are pretty close to the boat, so they're digging up the mud to loosen it. Oh, and here's the littlest raccoon, and he's getting inside the boat. That's probably not a good idea. Why is that not a good idea? Yeah, because the boat is going to become unstuck, and it can float away. Yep. You were right. The hungry raccoons quickly dug up all the mud around the boat, and it began to float away with the little raccoon inside. How do you think the little raccoon's going to feel? You remember how he felt when he realized that he was floating away from his family? Yeah, he was probably very worried. Yeah, see, I see on the next page, his face looks very worried. He has probably never been alone before. Oh yeah, I remember the book says he was on his own for the very first time. So, if you've ever been left alone, it was probably pretty scary for you, and that's how the raccoon felt. Do you think he's going to try? Does he try to get out of the boat? Yeah, I think he tries many times. What kinds of things does he try? Oh yeah, in this picture he's trying to get out. What does he do? Yeah, he's reaching for this branch, but was he able to grab hold of it? He's reaching, but does he get hold of it? No, the branch was too high, you're right. He couldn't reach it. Maybe he could try again with this branch. It seems like it's much lower than the branch in this picture. So wouldn't he be able to grab hold of this lower branch? Yeah, but there's a big snake wrapped around the branch. And I think that snake is kind of scary to the raccoon because snakes can bite, right? So what does he do to make sure that he doesn't touch the snake? Yeah. He ducks down low so he can get under the branch safely. The raccoon, I see he's looking into the water, and I see that there's another raccoon right here. 2 raccoons, but I thought he was all alone. Is this another raccoon? No, that's his reflection. The water is really smooth and shiny, and when something is smooth and shiny, we can see ourselves in it because it reflects. It's kind of like a mirror. Water can act like a kind of mirror. So his reflection's keeping him company because he's pretending that it's another raccoon so he's not all alone, but he knows that it's really just his reflection. And then the boat passed by these flowers that float on the water, and I remember that those are called water lilies. And something made a big splash. What in the picture do you think made the big splash? Yeah, I think it was this here. Do you remember what this was? What is underneath the water? Yeah, I think it's an alligator. Yeah, a crocodile. It could be a crocodile. A crocodile and an alligator look kind of similar, but I think I remember that the story told us that this one is an alligator. Oh yeah. Remember his family is watching him in the distance? So they're making sure that he stays safe. But does the little raccoon know that they're there? No, he thinks he's all alone. You were right. This creature in the water that made the splash is an alligator. See, I see the word in the story. Starts with an A, alligator. So it's not a crocodile. This one's an alligator. And there's its eye peeping up in the water. Do you think he sees the raccoon? Do you think he can see him with this little eye? I don't know if he can because the raccoon is hiding in the boat. So I don't think the alligator will see him. So he's safe. Oh yeah, the raccoon now looks up and sees these little birds. Do you remember what these little birds were called? Yeah, they're warblers. That's the kind of bird they are. And they make a sound that goes sweet, sweet, sweet. Is that the same sound that raccoons make? No, raccoons churr, churr. So they don't speak the same language. Do you remember another story that we read in Jumpstart where the animals don't speak the same language? Yeah, the lion and the little red bird. And this is the same. The raccoon and the birds don't speak the same language. Next, Raccoon saw these animals swimming in the water. Little tiny turtles. And I think the raccoon looks like he wants to play with them, right? He's reaching his paw into the water. But what did the turtles do? Do they want to play? No, they scattered away. They swam really fast. Why do you think they swam so fast to get away from the raccoon? Now, they're probably afraid of him. He's much bigger than they are, and they probably thought that he was going to hurt them. But he wasn't. Then he saw another animal. Here is the mother merganser. Yeah, that's a kind of duck. She has all of her little ducklings following behind her. I see that the raccoon's face looks a little bit sad. Why do you think he feels sad when he looks at the mother with her babies? Yeah, I think it makes him miss his own mother and his sisters and brothers. Then, do you remember what happens in this picture? Yeah, he got back to his family. How did that happen? Yeah, it looks like the boat bumped back into some mud and it got stuck again, so it stopped floating away. And he was able to get out of the boat and see his family. How do you think he feels to finally see his family again? He's not alone anymore. Yeah, he's probably very happy. He's very excited. And just like that, they were all together again. And his mom, it looks like she's smiling too, so I think everyone's very happy that the little raccoon is back and safe.